UFO Bros.
Hey everyone, it's Giorgio Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens, and you're experiencing UFO Bros TV.
That's right. You are experiencing UFO Bros.
We're
TV.
back.
What's up, everybody? I'm Emmett.
I'm Joe.
And we are the
UFO Bros.
And we're actually coming at you live from a slightly quieter place in the facility, actually.
Some fucking air conditioning for sure.
Exactly. So, hopefully the road noise is at a minimum for this. Yeah.
I can actually hear myself.
I'm sorry to hear that. So, Joe, we have, just to get started here, we've got lots of new followers on Instagram and Twitter.
Over the next few days, the last couple days, not the next.
It's been crazy.
It's been tremendous.
And even on our Facebook, we're getting messages, which is cool. So if you are not, you should follow us at facebook.com/UFO Bros TV. We do reply to messages, and we do publish slightly different content on Facebook. So make sure you're subscribed. And if you're not, follow us on Twitter at UF0 Bros TV and Instagram at UFO Bros TV. Basically all things social media. So also
And Tumblr.
What's that?
Yeah. And on Tumblr.
Yeah, we're on Tumblr. UFO
Donald
Bros.
Trump.
Yep.
Wait,
Donald Trump.
is in the house.
Oh, we should redo the intro. Hey, what's everybody? I'm Emmett.
I'm Joe.
Donald Trump.
Disclosure.
Okay, so
President Trump.
is here via soundboard, and so I was trying to make a catchy title, Joe, for the show today, and I was thinking, how the hell would Donald Trump announce, that there's aliens that have been visiting us? I wonder what he would say.
If there's aliens, he'd probably say,
Rosie O'Donnell.
"Oh, that wasn't me."
Rosie O'Donnell. I love this.
Kai, Donnie, Don, Tiffany,
All of them.
All of them.
I'm some bitches.
Melania, Ivanka, Barack Obama.
But you know what the best one is? I gotta take a
Putin.
Here,
Your
plug this in.
fucking thing is dying.
Oh God.
Fucked up my chance of.
So I came up with this, this catchy title, "The Great Aliens Landed," something like that. And I love aliens. No.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? Here is my idea, Joe, and I've been thinking about this a couple days.
No.
Oh, yeah, you want to hear this? So, President Trump, Joe, I want you to hear this. So,
Thank you very much.
You're
That's
welcome.
really nice. Thank you.
I think that all of us in the UFO community, whether we hate him or whether we love him or whether we
Want
just
him dead
tolerate him or
or
whatever,
whatever.
you can't say stuff like that on a podcast.
It can happen.
That's terrible.
I fully understand.
Yes, we don't want to have to deal with the Secret Service or something crazy because no. But the idea here is
You're not a nice person.
I apologize, for fuck's sakes.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Thank you, asshole. Anyway, jeez. So Trump's in a huge media mess, right?
Oh, McDonald's.
He is. There's Russia, and there's all this going on now today with Donald Trump Jr. and meeting with these Russian insiders and how illegal it is, or if it is or isn't.
Wrong.
Well, I know a perfect way for Trump to change the dialogue. We should all in the UFO community stroke his ego. Just a little bit publicly.
That's right.
Just a little bit. Whether you hate him or love him, would be the greatest president in human history,
I don't
Joe.
care.
Would be the president that released information that we are indeed not alone and that we have been visited for a very long time, etc., etc., etc.
What's this XXX one mean? Well, let me push it.
You don't know how to use an
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what the XXX one does.
Absolutely.
Okay. But you guys, what do you guys think?
Thank you, darling.
For those of you listening, would that be
If anybody's listening,
if anybody, the tens of you, the fives of you that are listening to our show, let me know what you think. It was just a thought. You know, I'm not trying to push any political buttons. Joe and I are kind of really neutral in the situation, whatever, because I believe in the end, it doesn't really matter. The president's a puppet.
Billions and billions.
There's obviously
Billions
another
and billions.
sort of government within the
Billions and
government that
billions.
controls things
Billions and billions.
outside of Trump's
Billions
or
and
any other
billions.
president's abilities.
Probably trillions.
Maybe of dollars actually in black projects that the president doesn't even know about.
Well,
And think about it. The president is
Billions
only
and billions.
there for
Billions and
4
billions.
years.
Yeah.
That's it. They're in and out. Potentially 8 years, right? As a second
And now
term.
they're beating us economically. They are not our friend. Believe me.
I'm done.
I love that you're wearing your Roswell shirt tonight, Joe. I love it.
You.
Carla says, hello. Yes.
Huge. Huge.
What do you think, Carla?
Big.
Somebody.
Big league.
Somebody.
What do you say?
Somebody's got to stroke his ego just a little bit. I think it would work.
General.
Friendly. What a night.
I burped. Sorry. Thanks for that fried chicken. You made some damn good fried chicken, bro.
I can cook like a
knuckle
mother. I
pump
can
on
cook like a
that.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because
Our great country.
makes great fried chicken.
I would say. Except for I think KFC personally is kind of falling behind a little bit.
It's going to happen.
Well, KFC's a little slimy. Right?
Who makes these deals?
I don't. We got stupid people.
We eat McDonald's until we come to an agreement.
That sounds like a great idea.
Are we just going to sit here and poke out the soundboard all night?
I'm asking you because you're the one running the soundboard.
I never ran this soundboard before. I'm trying to do it as I go.
It's almost like you're in a room by yourself, not live probecasting to the world. It's like you're just sitting in the room by yourself playing with your iPad.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Drive me crazy.
But Joe, seriously, what do you think about that idea? Like, what about even creating a petition online?
We probably could. Let's get them to say, hey, Trumpy, I'll be a
And
Trump.
then get the ufologists to kind of, you know, mention it in a way publicly. Because I know Trump checks all of his own
he's
reviews and media
all
and
the social shit. He's into that. He gets in trouble. His sister smiles like, "Oh, I just said to everybody, I can't wait. Look at me." Oh shit! They're looking at me.
Donald Trump.
yeah, I think it would be a good idea. We could do it. We'll sign it. We'll have Carla. Carla, you have to start the petition, and you have to start it now.
We don't know what's happening.
Exactly. He could
But
come
we
out.
don't know. It doesn't exist, folks.
Oh my God, Joe, stop it!
I fully understand.
I'm going
I
to take
get
it
it.
away. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
With great soundboard comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Are you gonna die now?
No, but this is probably
Uncle
where
Ben
people
Rice.
start turning off our show because
No,
you're
this is
retarded.
when they start listening in.
Well, you might be right. I don't know. We'll
Remember,
see.
you look at me all fucking weird during the podcast, and when we play it back, we go, "Oh, that's funny."
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Joe is laying like one of Jack's French girls on his side.
Billions and billions, probably trillions.
It's not pretty. I just want to say that, yeah. But, you know, there's...
I run, I win.
God damn it. Okay, I give up.
He set the mic down. This is great. So he was saying he wants to bring out a partition for President Trump to stroke his ego. So I think that should happen.
I'm not talking anymore.
He cannot talk. That's fine. I can run this bitch.
The Bushes. I love China. Crooked Hillary Clinton.
Let's do an all-nighter. Anybody got any requests?
I protest right now because...
We do not need I'm a free trader.
I'm free.
Look, I'm
I'm
coming
free
back
with the mic.
I'm coming back, but you got to tone it down, man.
I ain't toned it down.
Only use it when it's appropriate, not when you feel a retarded moment that you can't control.
You know, it's like one of those things. It's like when you're like doing something, you just need that little retard strength, just like, and then that's what it is. It's just,
Wait. Did you say retard string?
that's what they call it. It's like an extra to get either.
I have never heard of a retard string.
It's in the mechanics field. It's what they use in the automotive field. It's
of
like
course.
You gotta pinch your toes.
The most
to get
non-PC sort of group of the bunch of the group.
That
I know.
I will faithfully execute.
your ass.
Think about it, bro. Come on. Let's do it. Carla's decided. Carla hasn't replied. Oh, wait. She says, if we start it, she'll be the first to sign it.
Well, let's do it. We can stand in front of Walmart. You want to stroke out Donald Trump's ego?
Donald Trump?
Donald Trump's ego. Let me
Ego?
spend some Diet Coke on Donald Trump. I'm sorry, man. I'm laying on my side. All my blood's to the right side of my brain.
You are out of control.
But, you know, you can just send them up everywhere.
We go what?
Because people love Walmart. The most political people are at Walmart. Maybe.
Wait, the most what people?
The most political people are at Walmart.
Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, I laughed so hard when I I fell backwards and I unplugged my headphones, so I missed part of what Joe said. So I was trying to get him plugged back in because that was funny. So hey, Paul Curtis is in the chat room now. He has some thoughts. He says, you could say that someone in the White House has promised to leak the disclosure information.
Good news.
It might worry him into disclosing something.
And that's when the bad happens.
That's a really interesting concept.
It's all fake news.
Look, it's just a game, okay? Okay, yeah, it's a game. He just plays the media, and the media takes it. Whether you hate him or love him or you like his message, whatever.
Since like 1974.
I know, but they're getting so offended. And it's
Everybody knows who he is.
Why don't they just wake up and see that they're being played, and then they can actually deal with it in an intelligible manner, I think. Rather than just trying to get the first headline out there for whatever.
I don't do politics.
This isn't political. This is mediacal.
I don't do mediacal.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't want to be political.
Come on now, sit like a mermaid. Good girl.
Do you like that? I just need to be in a clam. But anyway.
Will be forgotten no longer.
So I'm going to ask, I think it's important that we have some dialogue with the president at the moment. So I'm going to ask you, Mr. President. What are your thoughts on China? We want to know your thoughts on China. You haven't really talked much about China recently, other than to pressure North Korea or whatever.
Our great country.
No, it was about China.
And some, I assume, are good people.
Bing, 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 bong, 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 bing, 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 bong, bong, bing, bing,
Okay.
bong.
You have to speak English.
That one's fucked. It's like, push that one again. Sorry.
You have to speak English.
Okay, look.
She doesn't have the stamina. I said she doesn't have the stamina.
He
I
kinda
don't believe she does have the stamina. I don't believe that Hillary has the stamina. You need tremendous stamina. The stamina. Stamina.
Okay.
Stamina.
Thank you. I swear you get in like a retard zone and then
I haven't messed with the soundboard yet. Forgive me, folks.
Well, we're live on a
Fine, here.
All the time.
Here we go.
I love China. I love China. I love China.
Thank
I love
you.
China.
5 minutes later and multiple soundboard buttons that weren't supposed to be pushed later. By the way, we've got Stephen
China all the time.
Stephen
China all the time.
Fulcher?
China all the time.
Fulcher. Stephen Fulcher has joined us in the chat room, and he says Trump's a chump. Exactly.
They're
He
bringing
might fall for it.
crime.
Hopefully he falls for it and goes, you know what? To clear the air, let's, change the subject.
I don't think they like me very much.
Oh, change the subject. Aliens are here. He wouldn't do that.
And that is a nation that truly has no clue. They don't know what they're doing. To somebody from China.
Billions and billions and billions, probably trillions.
We owe China.
Not some.
Are you done?
That was Trump talking on me. He was trying to get it out a little bit. Kind of like Christopher Walken when he's talking.
I want to know, look, we've got a few people in the chat room tonight.
22 minutes of bullshit. Okay, now we can start.
Thank you, Joe. Are you done? Are you ready now?
I'm ready for
Should we restart the show now?
Let's do it.
By the way, just a reminder, next show, we have Dr. Jerry Croth.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
It's exhilarating and exciting. It's very exciting.
Okay, it's a combination. We're really excited to have him on the show because he has the ultimate current research on the so-called Roswell foils and materials that were recovered, because he has a connection supposedly to the sort of properties of the Roswell foil, in that in the 60s he taught elementary school, and a student of his brought a piece of rectangular foil up to the desk and said, here, and he looked at it and he was like, well, okay. But then she encouraged him. She said, no, roll it up into a ball. Go ahead and try. So he rolls it up into a ball, opens his hand, and opens.
So where's that little girl at?
That's an interesting question. He actually has found her name, but he hasn't found her. He was able to figure out who the girl was, and I think
well, maybe she's a prober. Maybe she's listening right now. We need your help, please. We can find her. We'll get her on there. We want to know what that shit is. You have it in a metal box. Where's it at? I want it.
Well, he gave it back to her, but he even tried cutting it, and he tried poking a hole in it.
He tried. It would dent every time he would try to hit it with a screw driver.
He tried. I think it was like
he tried heating it, tried cutting it, tried slicing it, tried doing everything, hitting it, and it wouldn't do anything.
And it's the same
thing.
Throw
it into a ball, and it flattened out.
So we're going to ask him. We got about 30, 40 minutes to be chatting with him next week. So if you guys have questions, Paul, Steven, Carla, that are in the chat room right now, join us, because if you've got any questions to ask somebody who's actually had their hands on, potentially, by the way, a Roswell-like material. And as we have said in past shows, I've kind of mentioned this because I've been really wanting to promote this and getting our listeners to be on the show, because I think it's going to be such a great moment. I mean, we're going to be able to ask him anything we want.
Yeah.
And he's done the research, and
I can't wait.
Yeah. Ask what the box smelled like.
That's a good question. What did the foil smell like? What did it
smell? What did it taste like?
What did it feel like in your hands?
Yes. There is a witness. Her name was I don't know if she's around anymore. Frankie Rowe is still, I don't know her name. And she described the foil as kind of turning into a liquid metal and then reassembling itself back open. But that's the only time I've ever heard anybody describe the Roswell material with a liquid sort of. I think that's just kind of a little bit out of control. I mean, an alien crashes in, a farm, and that's totally believable, but I'm not going to believe the part about the, the liquid metal, of course. Because that would just be crazy. That wouldn't make any sense, right?
Well, there's actually is. Well, no, it's not. It looks like liquid metal, but it's not. Mercury?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're bringing drugs.
Turning over to the chat room here. Steven's asking, he says, you were asking in your last episode about a photography specialist. He says he has an aunt in Texas that does photography, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, by the way, that reminds me, I have a few of the Roswell high-resolution scans where you see Jesse Marcel holding up pieces of actually, a weather balloon. But I have been spending hours, Joe, I know it sounds crazy, hours on 3 photographs, but I've been zooming in, changing, lighting and all that, trying to see if I can see any symbols on the wreckage. And the reason being is they said that there was a tape on the Mogul, what they call radar detector or radar. I don't really know. Something for a radar reflector dish kind of thing. It was kind of a weird looking contraption, that had aluminum foil sided paper. But that paper was attached to balsa wood structures, or like a balsa wood, with a tape. And this tape...
holographic...
well, it wasn't holographic. So just going by the Mogul story, not the Roswell alien crash story, but the Mogul story, which is the tape had like a light pink or a light purple sort of like symbols. So there was like
Violet,
flowers. Right? Yeah. There was like flowers, diamonds, weird sort of half circles, just really interesting patterns on this tape. And so
you can actually see a replica of that on one of our going to Roswell trips.
Yes.
You can actually see the interview where you can see a replica of it, so you can check it out.
Yes. And so in these photos, Joe, I was trying to zoom in to see if I could see any of those patterns on the tape in the photo. Because then that would, at least corroborate that, but I can't see any symbols. And certainly not the ones that are shown in the replica of the Mogul weather balloon. Mm-hmm. So I even went...
But if
I'm
even
crazy,
if it was
though.
Military, it would be stamped on it.
What's that?
If it was military, it'd be stamped on it somewhere.
There is supposed to be a stamped number on one of the parts of the wood that was... This is, of course, for the Mogul story where, they had actually a stamp on it to identify it if it ever crashed. But nobody ever said anything about that.
No, let's just sweep it under the rug. No big deal.
Well, it's never mentioned. Only in the schematics. If you look at the schematic, I don't know why the hell I'm looking at schematics. I'm crazy though, and I was also trying to see what type of Scotch tape.
And that is a nation that truly has no clue. They don't know what they're doing.
That was accident.
That was probably relevant,
finger,
actually.
Touched it. What?
Probably relevant because I'm trying to find Scotch tape that has similar printed patterns on it, and if it existed in the 40s. And I spent hours trying to find a tape that was similar to the Mogul tape that was similar to it. I haven't come up with anything yet, but I've been looking. So I'm hoping that when we have Dr. Jerry Croft on the show,
we can get
maybe he can even help us
light
with that.
on that subject.
And, I don't know if he's an expert on the Roswell crash or just the foil, but we're going to see.
We'll have to see.
By the way, make sure you look at YouTube. You can see this amazing lecture on YouTube. Type in Dr. Jerry Croft, Roswell foil, and you'll see it's about an hour and a half long. Fantastic lecture. Probably one of the best lectures that I've seen on YouTube thus far.
Really?
Yeah.
That speaks highly.
Absolutely. It was better than any documentary, which we're going to have to talk about the Stan Romanek documentary here in a moment, because I know everybody wants to know. Yeah. Hold on. Joe's talk. I need to take a drink. Thank you. Well done, sir. Okay, where were we?
We're just...
What a great group.
Thank you. We just have a great group here.
We do. We've got several people in here. And, yeah. By the way, could you keep if you are I was telling you about the photos to say if you are a specialist in digital photography, etc., photo manipulation, or if you know how to
study these,
if you know how to like do some forensic stuff,
hit us up on
email
Gmail.
us at ufobrostv@gmail.com, and I'll just shoot them on over to you. I've already sent off a couple emails to a few of our listeners with those pictures, so no problem. I'll do it right away. Just shoot us an email. Again, that's ufobrostv@gmail.com. Now serving B43 at
Nasty.
window number 5. Sorry, I was at the DMV. Oh, it's kind of like a brainwash thing. Okay. Are you ready to talk about the world's worst UFO documentary?
Let's do it.
Okay, hold on. I need a moment.
This was tough.
It's currently on Netflix. It's titled Extraordinary, and it's got a beautiful drawing of a gray alien on it. Very enticing to click on. And you go, oh, released in 2017. Brand new. Awesome. New. Like, when was the last time we've had a...
Remember that Roswell fucking DVD we bought that one time? It was horrible.
Oh, it was so bad. It was like a guy with long curly hair and like an Australian hat near some rocks, and he talked about Roswell, and it was just listening to him talk about the rocks. It was terrible.
That's so small.
So, anyway, Stan Romanek. This gentleman has been around for quite a while. He's been pretty quiet recently in the UFO circles up until the release of his documentary titled Extraordinary. And what it is supposed to detail is his encounters with strange happenings, strange beings, strange lights, strange voices. In that documentary, there shows a couple times what looks to be a gray alien look through the windows. You've seen that one, right? You guys, if you go on, of course, YouTube, and you type in Stan Romanek Boo Alien, I think you'll see the video of...
It's the worst puppetry you can see.
Believe it or not, this goes back quite a few years. I'm talking back probably almost 10 years. Him and, what is his name? Jeff.
It was all about a girl getting like peeped on, and then all of a sudden he put up a camera and they found out it was an alien.
Right, but that's one small part of this documentary. There's this other part
Jesus
that's so
Christ.
terrible, I might have to put it on our Patreon, just that snip.
You should.
Or somewhere on our Instagram. But it's him, and he just picks up his camera, and he turns around, and there's literally a half of an alien looking in through a sliding glass window. And it's just there, and then you see it slowly pull back behind the corner and disappear. And the whole time is the worst acting you'll ever hear.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah. Like, oh man, look at that! Oh, that's so scary! I would be like, what the... I would be freaking my shit out, okay?
Oh yeah.
Look.
Anybody would.
Essentially what he has done is taken a bunch of really old pictures. As an example, there's some examination of pictures of shadow beings, and there's another part in this documentary which is quite laughable, which is this so-called alien race communicating with him over the phone with the voice of a little girl, and she calls him Starseed. It's hilariously bad.
Can you come spend my starseed?
Horrible. Wow.
Starseed. It's starseed.
Sounds like Darcy.
Starseed. Ooh, that sounds like a porno. That's what that sounds like.
The fastball.
Steven just says, by the way, the hosts of the UK's X Factor part of a fake UFO aren't the hosts of the UK's X Factor part of a fake UFO documentary? You know, Stephen, I don't know. I haven't heard of that. Have you? I haven't heard of that. But I can tell you, this film by Stan Romanek was put out by Orchard, which is the same company that put out Unacknowledged for Dr. Stephen Greer.
Yeah. You know, somebody donated $110,000.
Hey, that's the perfect idea.
See?
We need to get Dr. Stephen Greer to stroke Trump's ego. See, now my plan for world domination is, in fact, I've planted the star seed of my plan.
Whatever you say, Plankton.
I will stroke Dr. Greer's ego to get... I don't know. He won't even listen to me. Are you kidding me?
Stephen
Man
Greer,
takes 6 people into the bathroom to take a pee. Come on.
Excuse me, you can't go in there.
I wonder,
Doctor's peeing.
I wonder if they, like, semicircle around the urinal. What do you think? That'd be weird. So,
And they're not intimidating at all.
So this is a mishmash of what the hell on this show tonight, but we're appreciating everybody that's... Carla, are you still there? And I don't know, because if you don't say yes, then we're going to have an issue.
Carla.
By the way,
We should call her
Carla...
Starla. Like Starseed.
Paul Curtis says, sounds like the Extraordinary documentary is intended to discredit Romanek.
Possibly.
I guess that would just depend on if you believe Stan or not. If you believe him, then, you know, I think it could be taken anyway. It could be taken, you know, like purposeful misinformation by Stan Romanek. Maybe he's on board with that.
Possibly.
Pish posh. Yeah. Who knows? But that's a terrible documentary either way.
Yeah, it was.
Anybody that reads, an hour of UFO material can, a week or a day can look at that and go, that's not.
What are you on, about 80 hours a week now?
Me? Oh, no. Try a day. That's why when I get on this show, I'm just a bunch of verbal diarrhea. Because my brain's full of alien shit. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Good day.
So Steven was saying it was the alien autopsy from 2006. I think.
Congratulations.
Steven, are you talking about the motion picture that essentially chronicles how the 90s alien autopsy fact or fiction film was made? Is that what you're speaking of? Is it that movie? And Joe, do you know what I'm talking about? You know the alien autopsy fact or fiction they had in the 90s?
Yes, we have it on VHS in there somewhere.
We do. By the way, it is on YouTube and it is also on Netflix. So, but that was the big rage in the 90s.
Yeah, it was. It was and it's back.
Yes, Steven, he says it's a kind of a British comedy, I think. Yeah, it is a comedy. It's like ridiculously funny. And so here's the story of these people who created the alien autopsy fact or fiction hoax. In 2006, they came out with a video or a movie. If Stevens and I are connecting on the same thing, but either way, there was a movie in 2006 that came out, and it was detailing how they hoaxed the original autopsy of an alien footage, and their story is that they actually had real footage that they had received from someone. This is their story, and this is what they tell in the 2006 movie. They had actual footage of the so-called Roswell aliens, and somehow in them, I don't know what they were doing. They were watching it, or somehow it got burned, or a portion of it became destroyed, and they weren't able to produce. So they had some kind of agreement with someone that they were going to give them this footage. So instead, they just decided to fake it and make it as real to what they could remember as possible. That's their story. Mm-hmm. It's a funny movie.
Very. Scary.
And very, very informational for especially those of us who freaked out in the 90s about that fact or fiction.
Informative.
Joe, what I wanted to say about Carla.
She's Darla.
She's been supporting us on Patreon for over 7 months now. Did you know that?
We need to send her a autographed special.
I have in this drawer right here.
I'll try to send it.
A small EB that I think we should sign and send. What do you think?
That's my stapler. Yeah.
What do you think, Carla?
Oh, yes.
How would you like a signed EB from me and
EB
Joe?
phone home. Yes. One of a kind. Don't ever open it because it'll be worth nothing in about 20 years.
What? No, it's right in this drawer. Right here. He's right here. See?
Oh, look, eBay.
Yeah. Sign it and send it. I mean, 7 months. Thank you so much. And
she's the Bombay.
If you guys really love what we do and you would love to spend a few minutes with us over the phone talking about UFOs and aliens, anything you want to talk about, you can do that if you become a patron. And to do that, you go to patreon.com/UFO Bros TV. Starts at $1. Most people pledge $5. And with that, we're going to send you a couple things. One is a picture of Joe and I, of us being silly, signed. And we also are going to send you one of Joe's hand-drawn alien pictures, which are pretty awesome. So you'll get that. In addition, we'll call you on the phone, and we'll spend about 15 minutes just chatting about aliens and UFOs, anything you want. And we do, Joe, have a goal of $100.
$100 adds to our trip.
Yes, but we're not quite there. The cool thing is if we hit that $100 mark, Joe, we can increase our show time.
That's true. That's what we need.
We can increase our show time. Yeah.
To how long?
And I think we'll be able to get higher quality guests. What?
How long?
How long for what? What are you asking me?
The show. How much longer do we go for? Besides 45 minutes.
I was thinking an hour and a half.
Jesus Christ.
But
what if I have to poop in the middle of that?
Well, better bring a bedpan or a colostomy bag.
That's not nice. Anyway,
I don't know, or a cork, or we can make we can find a couple people, bring it back here, make like a human centipede kind of thing.
Stop it.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Where's Alien on Board been, by the way? And AJ and
AJ, okay, Uncle AJ. He's coming back. He's got some things to say. And Alien on Board, that's a good
put
question.
on your pants.
Alien on Board, I think he's
sleeping right now.
I'd probably.
It's like 4 in the morning.
Sometimes, I'll tell you guys, this stuff can be so overwhelming and all the things that go through your mind. And I know you guys know this because you all probably spend as much time researching as we do, but it can be exhausting, and sometimes you just have to take a break. You know?
It's like one of those doors. It's like you have a crosswalk, right? And there's just a door there.
Oh boy. Story time.
So basically you could go around it or you can go through it. This UFO stuff is like going around that door. You're never going to go through the middle. You're just going to keep going around it.
That's perfect. It's like you go in a revolving door, but there's no other end. It's just continuous.
Keeps going around and around and
that
around
is
and
freaking
around.
exactly how it feels, and that's why you need a break. Because, and we discussed this on the last episode about Roswell and how the storylines are diverging from kind of like a single storyline that we had always been fed for decades and decades. But with the advent of technology and the internet and people being able to be in contact and gathering information before a lot of the people die, Joe, we've been able to figure out there's a few more facts to the Roswell mystery than had been previously understood.
Come along with a bit of fire and rock. Oh, sorry.
What is that? Is that a Pop Tourette's moment?
I think so.
Yeah, you're okay. We'll get your medicine, your helmet. You'll be fine.
Oh, that's enough.
What a beautiful vibrato. Hey, Steven says, we got to check out the banned Disney UFO documentary. By the way, thank you, Steven. I've checked that out.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know what documentary I want to see? Have you heard about this? God, what year was it?
How to unclog your nose.
I don't know what decade it was, actually. Maybe 80s or 90s? Apparently, our government invited a film crew and production team into, I don't know if it was Area 51 or one of our top secret facilities.
They're like, we'll show you there's
and
nothing here.
They invited them in and supposedly showed them everything. And
then
they
where the
filmed.
fuck's it?
Wait, listen. They filmed it. There was a documentary. They were paid lots of money, and they came in. They filmed. They did everything. They left, and we don't know.
Never left.
It's almost as though it was. I wonder what the purpose of having them film was.
Maybe the government could say, yes, we made a documentary and it's here. Well, why is it not? It's ours. We made our own documentary. It's in the rules, right? Stupid.
Well, yeah. The other thing I wonder is, and I wonder what you guys think. Sometimes I think a lot of this the disclosure stuff is earmarked for a certain date of release.
It's not. Maybe the Pro's the end of the world. It might be released.
I don't know. I read a document and it said, it was a document from the 80s that was said that it could be released after a certain, like 2000 something. So I'm wondering, maybe is the information on Roswell maybe, 100 years? Are we another 30 years away from knowing? Are we?
That's a good
is
one.
It 200? I mean, I'm just wondering, do they set a date on some of this really high, this crazy top secret stuff? Like, if Trump was to come out and announce it right now, and, we're going to get Dr. Greer to, get him to do it. Because if anybody can save the world, it's Dr. Greer.
He's daddy.
Daddy, the daddy of ufology. Dr. Greer, the daddy of ufology. Anyway, so, yeah, we got to get someone like Trump, a crazy person, with a crazy method of doing things to go in there and shake it up and see if we can get the disclosure that we all deserve. Presidents have not been shy.
You can stick your finger at him.
To
you don't have to do the Obama thing. You know what? You don't have to do that thing that he does.
This?
You can stick your thumb out.
Oh, am I doing the thumb thing?
You can stick your finger at him if you want to.
Am I politically preaching at you, Joe?
I think so.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, I know. We have 2 minutes. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Well,
hey, yeah, Trump might tell his baby boy Vladimir before he would tell us, Stephen. I think that that's probably what they were doing for 2.5 hours in there.
Oh, they might. Yeah, they might be probing and.
Maybe they were probing each other for more alien information.
Putin.
China.
Shit.
China. Anyway, thank you guys.
Putin.
Okay, thank you.
Putin.
Uh-huh.
Barack Obama.
Hey, we have a minute.
That was good. Everybody give me a hand for that.
Shut your hoe.
Give me a hand.
Wait, we have a minute.
Hand.
You want a hand? Seriously?
What an asshole.
Like a round of applause?
Round of applause. I did a...
Here you go. There you go. Real quick, I'm going on Instagram. Thank you, Blue the Border Collie. Thank you, Knockany77, Artsy Fartsy 77, The Slump 60D, Jerry WV 2020, and P_Juaritos. Thank you. I don't know if I was in the right accent when I did that. Keepers of the Grid, Space_Jupiter, Radnab 1994, I Wesley Pipes, Sabria Shah, Jenny Happy Birthday 76, and Kaboom. Thank you guys. And if you're on Twitter,
Edge Masters, Mom's Butts. River Moon Coffee.
Okay. Well, and if you're on Twitter, real quick, thank you. Speak Out Ohama, Fuga de Caverna, Salvation Army of Oshawa. Thank you. All right, everybody. I'm Emmett.
I'm Joe.
And we are the UFO Bros. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for Dr. Jerry Croft.